The next script I'm going to show you guys is the VMT export script. This basically exports whatever geometry you've got in your scene into the Valve source engine as a map file. You can export things two ways. One is it'll basically take whatever polygons it's got in your scene and export them directly, which means you need to have closed and convex shapes, otherwise the source engine will delete all of the bad shapes it finds in your scene. The other way is to use the extrude flag in the script, which will basically take all of the flat surfaces in your scene and extrude them out. This is handy for things like sidewalks, where you just want to define the top of it and then let it extrude 16 units down, rather than having to, for instance, make every single square in the sidewalk manually, which kind of defeats the purpose. So I'll show you how to do this. So let's take this edge and we'll just extrude it out using the curve extrude. Oops. So say you've got something like that, and let's just select that. So there's the two options here. Let's use the extrude. It'll pop up the little save dialog here. Let's call it 10.6. Like that. This is the extrude distance. Okay, now let's flip over to the source engine, and we'll open up the file, and there it is. That's basically all of the geometry that you had, and it's basically extruded it out. You'll notice that the UVs are kind of funky. I'm still in the process of trying to figure out a good way to do that. The source engine doesn't really allow any kind of distortion in the UVs. It basically does a planar projection effectively, so it doesn't mix exactly great with how Modo does things. I'll show you the other way of doing things. This is good for any kind of rounded objects that you have. Maybe you want to build a lighthouse or something like that. So that's cylinder. You should also keep in mind that Valve source engine only supports 3 floating point values in precision. So if you do kind of lots of up and down and all over the place kind of curves, you might get some little sliver problems here and there. So it's really a use at your own risk kind of plug-in. So let's just take that and export it using this. We'll call it 7. Okay. And there you go.